I came home for pasta, and a shower found her phone on the counter keys, got a note saying I need space, do not call me, and I immediately panicked. I got home from work at 6:14 on a Tuesday, already tired and thinking about nothing except a hot shower and the pasta Mia said she was making. We had been dating for a little over a year, and yeah, I know that is not forever, but it felt solid. At least it did until I walked into our apartment and saw her phone on the counter, her keys gone, and a note on the fridge that said, I need space. Do not call me. I felt my stomach drop, so hard it was like the floor moved. I stood there for a second, just staring at the note. The kitchen was quiet, except for the fridge humming. Her coffee mug was still in the sink from that morning. Her jacket was missing from the hook by the door. I called her anyway, of course I did. It rang and rang until it went to voicemail. I called again. Same thing. Then I texted. Nothing. That was when my chest started doing that tight, stupid thing where every breath feels too small. Mia had always known I get weird when people disappear on me. My dad used to leave for days when I was a kid, and nobody would tell me if he was coming back. So when the person I loved most in the world vanished with a note like that, all those old feelings came back at once. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped my phone. I walked around the apartment like an idiot, checking every room like she might have just been hiding. Closet empty. Bathroom empty. Blanket folded on her side of the bed. Not even a toothbrush missing. That somehow made it worse. It looked like she had planned it. I kept calling until the phone got hot against my ear. By 7, I was pacing so much my steps felt loud in my head. I texted her sister, her best friend, even her mom. Nobody answered right away. I sat on the couch and stared at the front door like it might explain itself. Every sound in the hallway made me jump. I kept thinking, this is it, she finally got tired of me. Around 8, her best friend Jenna finally texted back and said, she is fine, stop freaking out. I wrote, where is she? And Jenna sent back, I cannot tell you. That made me feel sick. I thought for sure I was being dumped on some dramatic whim, and everyone knew but me. Then at 8:30 Mia called. I answered so fast, I almost snapped my phone in half. I said, where the hell are you? What is going on? Why did you leave that note? Her voice was calm, too calm. She said, I am at Jenna's. I just needed a break. A break from what I asked. From me. There was this pause on the line, and that pause was worse than anything else. She said, I will explain later. I swear, I could hear my own heartbeat in my ears. I told her if she wanted to leave, she could just say it. I was already embarrassed from pacing around like a fool and calling everyone. She got quiet again, then said, I did not want to fight. I just needed time. I hung up after that because my hands were shaking too much to keep talking. At 10:12 she came back. I heard the key in the lock, and I was standing by the couch before the door even opened. Mia walked in with her bag and her face all tight and tired. I could smell rain on her coat and something like cheap gas station coffee. She would not look at me at first. That made me angrier than anything, because I had spent hours panicking while she acted like this was normal. I asked her what I did. I asked her if she was breaking up with me. I asked her why she would leave a note like that if she knew my history. My voice cracked on the last part, which I hated, but I could not stop it. She finally set her bag down and said her phone had died at lunch. She had been stressed about work and forgot to charge it. She said she went to Jenna's because she was embarrassed and did not want to come home while she was irritated. Then she said the note was supposed to mean, I need an hour, not I am leaving your life forever. I just stared at her. An hour, I said. You left me a note that said do not call me, turned off your phone, took your keys, and disappeared for 6 hours, and you think that means an hour. She looked annoyed then, like I was the unreasonable one. That was the part that really set me off. Not the leaving. Not even the bad note. It was that she could see me standing there wrecked and still act like I was making a big deal out of nothing. I told her, very slowly, that I had been sitting in this apartment, thinking she was gone for good. I told her I had called everyone because I thought she was ending things without even saying it to my face. I told her if she needed space, fine, but she does not get to vanish and expect me to read her mind. She went quiet after that. For once, she looked guilty. She sat down on the edge of the couch and put her face in her hands. She said she did not think about how bad it would hit me. She said she was sorry. I believe she was sorry. But I also knew something had broken. The next morning, we talked for 2 hours. I told her about my dad, about how disappearing is not a small thing to me, about how that note made every old fear come roaring back. She listened, really listened, and cried a little. I told her I was not going to stay in a relationship where someone could turn my whole world upside down just because they did not want a hard conversation. She did not argue. She said she understood. We broke up that afternoon, and weirdly, that was the first time in months I could breathe all the way in. It still makes me angry when I think about how scared I got and how casually she caused it. But I am glad I walked away before that kind of panic became normal. If you like this story, then follow us for more.